Well, good day to all of our awesome audience. I sent out a training on Thursday, and I did it without our dream videos, and it just didn't seem right. It just didn't seem right. So we thought we would do a little dreaming before we get into our content. We did a webinar. It was really an impromptu webinar on Thursday evening, and I was pleasantly surprised to see the large numbers that came out to the webinar, given that we only gave like a 2-hour advance notice. Something came across my desk. Many of you have either attended the webinar or you've watched the recording. If you haven't, you want to make sure you watch that recording. What I wanted to do in this video is I wanted to just go over a communication that was sent out today. Now, I want to make sure that we are clearly on the same page. I'm not stopping doing anything that I'm doing in terms of my promotion. Those of you who have followed us intimately, you know that we've been talking about building out funnels. What a funnel is a sales process or a recruiting process. And you know, we're focused on leveraging mobile and actually launching a mobile funnel here real soon. When I saw this, I had to add it to my arsenal, and we will look to build out both a mobile funnel as well as an email-based funnel with this system, okay? Now, so here was a communication, and I like what I'm seeing. Now, I'm still saying, hey, we don't know yet, okay? We haven't seen the sites really go live. We haven't seen any of that stuff yet. And, of course, there's always, you know, great ideas on paper, and sometimes they don't wind up being in real life what you hoped on paper. So, you know, that's why we said, hey, it could be crap or it could be gold. And if it's gold, we want to be there at the onset. Listen, we already have one of our guys has already personally enrolled almost 200 people in a day's time. All right. This is why we wanted to share this with our audience, because, you know, you might have someone in your audience that they take this thing, they run with it, but they run with it through somebody else's link because, you know, we dared not to share. So I want to share this, give our disclaimers, all right? It could be crap or it could be gold. Okay, all right, so those of you that have already registered, and again, registration is absolutely free. Oh, by the way, there's a very dear buddy of mine. This is a different buddy. He was on our webinar last night, and he is a traffic generating machine. And so he and I have been going back and forth. He specializes in pay-per-click traffic. And he was telling me that he recently ran a traffic campaign. It didn't cost him that much. And it was an offer. The front end of the offer was free. I don't know what the back end is. But he personally enrolled from cold traffic 22 people in one day. So one of the things that we will look to do, particularly once the system launches and we see the content that we'll be viewing, if it is what I hope it is, then we'll be doing a major test campaign with him. We'll see how that might work for our overall audience. It might be a co-op. It might be something that he can work with a select number of people. I don't know exactly how that will work, but this is what I commit to you, is that we will have multiple ways for you to drive high quality laser targeted traffic for those of you that want to build the network side of this offer. Okay, all right. So now the name of the company is THW Global. I have no idea what THW stands for. And of course, what I liked in this communication that we saw today is they said, ask yourself the following question regarding guaranteed eyes and ears on visual commercial ads. Now, I like this terminology here, commercial ads. Now, many of us have been in, have been a part of an advertising revenue share model in the past, where you would view ads, all right, and you would reap a financial reward in the form of a rebate. So you would buy ads up front, maybe $100 worth or $1,000 worth or $10,000 worth. You would then view a certain amount of ads each day so that you could earn a rebate from the company. We are not talking about that. This does not appear at anything that I've seen. This does not appear to be a rehash of that type of model. Okay. So they're talking about, take any one of the Fortune 500 companies advertising budget, even if it's $1 million a week. Now think this through. How much advertising do you see online? Let's just think about YouTube for a moment. How much advertising do you see on YouTube? Not just from marketers, but from big brands. And so now it's to the point that very often before you watch a video, there is a 10-second or 15-second, sometimes even a 30-second commercial that you have to watch before you are allowed to progress to the video. I was watching a video the other day, and I don't know if there was an ad on the front of the video or not, but it was a pretty lengthy video. And somewhere in the middle of the video, now I'm watching the content, there's an ad, and I can't get rid of the ad. I have to watch that ad. Now, YouTube is generating billions upon billions of dollars in ad revenue. And what THW Global is saying is they want to reward those that are viewing content. So they're going to be advertisers. It appears that these advertisers won't just be marketers. Now, I don't know if you and I will be able to advertise our offers or not. Okay. What I hope that we can if we opt to, but what I really am hoping is that the advertising is not just marketers, that it's actually coming from non-marketing based or non-home based business, non-network marketing, non-internet marketing based businesses. All right. So they say there is not one TV, radio, magazine, newspaper, traditional advertising company that can guarantee eyes or ears will see and hear their advertisements. You cannot find a single major advertiser that will give a written guarantee of the amount of people who will see or hear their ads. THW Global can and does. Depending on the type of products and services, out of the THW Global cost to their advertising clients, a percentage of up to $25 an hour goes to the IV. IV is an international viewer, someone who's watching the content, okay? And you register for free. If you haven't already done so, you want to do so. You register for free, all right? It doesn't appear that you're making any monthly payments or anything like that. It doesn't appear you're buying anything. You're just agreeing to be an international viewer, that you are going to view content. A percentage of up to $5 an hour goes to the IV sponsor, international viewer sponsor, and a percentage of up to $1 an hour is paid to each of 10 people in the upline. So basically, there are three numbers you want to know right now. If you watch an hour's worth of content, you make up to $25. And this document covers that. Basically, it seems to be based on what the average range might be, wage range might be in a person's particular country, multiplied by 2. So, for instance, in the U.S., that could be up to $25. If the person that is the international viewer lives in the Philippines, it might be more like $10 an hour. But I can tell you that in countries, let's say like the Philippines or like Panama or like Dominican Republic or what have you, $10 an hour is a big deal, is a really big deal, because there are a lot of people that work all day and only make $10 a day or $15 a day, if that much. Okay. All right. So now, so I like that they're talking about big business, all right, as opposed to, just network marketers pitching each other through advertisements. Now, I don't know how it's going to start off. It may start off with marketers pitching things, but what I'm hoping that they already have in place or will be getting in place is big business doing advertising. Okay. All right. Now, give me just a moment here. Let's see if there was anything else I wanted to hit. All right. So yeah. So this is some things I saw that I really like. They said, example, there are simple ads that try to sell a person a $20 item, but there are ads that try to sell a person a $30,000 automobile, ads for realtors, doctors, banks, mortgages, and most any product or service you can think of. Did you realize that TV commercials are losing market share every day? Now, TV commercials, they're saying that by the year 2020, um, um, commercials or advertising via mobile will be neck and neck with TV advertising. So there's still a lot of money being spent on TV advertising, but it's not growing. It's starting to wane. More and more is happening via the internet, via mobile. And it appears that this company is the first company that I've seen that is really rewarding the content viewer, saying, hey, if you come here and you view content, we will pay you. All right. And so it looks like they may already have things in place with realtors and doctors and banks and mortgages and things of that nature. So I like what I'm seeing there. And let's see if there was anything else I wanted to pull out. Okay. Oh, here was a question for those of you that already registered when you went in your back office. There was something that was showing a binary, and I didn't have an answer for this on our webinar on last night. They do mention that in this document that phase 2 of their system, there'll be some type of binary. Right now, it's just one long power line. So the compensation that we discussed in our webinar is as we have discussed it. It's if you watch an hour worth of content, up to $25 an hour. You want to watch 10 hours worth of content on a weekly basis. That's the max. And even if you are leveraging someone else to have them watch that content for you, like a private virtual assistant, okay? And maybe you're paying them $4 or $5 an hour, and you're making up to $25 an hour. You're keeping the difference, okay? So that's an option there. If you did that 10 hours a week, that's $250 a week gross, up to $250 a week gross. Let's say that 4 weeks out of the month, that's up to $1,000 a month gross. So I want you just to imagine the marketing possibilities when we can share with people that they could generate up to $1,000 without any money out of pocket and without any marketing, because we're going to have a lot of people that aren't marketers, that don't choose to be marketers, that just want to generate up to $1,000. That, for some people, that's a mortgage. For some people, they can start paying down some debt, and the privacy of their own home. So there's going to be a lot of people that are not marketers that will resonate with that message. I want you to already be thinking about that. Even, I'm an internet guy, but I'll wind up doing some things offline. What if you had a couple college kids? I mean, they're always looking to make some extra money, right? What if you had a couple college kids that started viewing and they started making, $200, $250 a week or what have you? How quickly would that spread on that campus? And those folks are part of your organization. Think about, folks that are retired. You go to Walmart, you go to McDonald's, and you see someone who's 70, 72, 75 working at McDonald's. Some people do that just because they want to stay active. Unfortunately, a lot of people are doing that because they have to. So be thinking about that. Be thinking, because now, if this is gold, this is a solution for so many people. So now you're simply sharing a solution with folks. Now, one of the things we're going to do, if this is gold, we're going to put a lot of marketing behind it. We're going to build out some marketing funnels that you can leverage. We'll build out value-based email series, video-based email series that you'll be able to leverage, that will bring people back to wanting to register with you. See, here's the big thing, and I'll start to round third. It's not just about getting people to register with you. I mean, registration is free, so you should be able to get people to register with you. The key is we want people committing to viewing content. We want them committing to 10 hours a week of content, whether they view it or whether they have a virtual private assistant. Okay, we want people to view the 10 hours worth of content. That maximizes the compensation plan for everyone. The one doing the viewing or having the viewing done on their behalf if they are using a private virtual assistant. All right. The referrer gets up to $5 an hour for every hour their personal referral views content. So if you refer John views 10 hours a week of content, and let's say you earn $5 an hour, you made $50 a week. I say that happens over 4 weeks out of the month. That's $200, up to $200 per personal referral you could earn. Okay. All right. So I'm looking, and one of our guys has personally enrolled, as I'm doing this, 192 personals, and he did that in a day. Okay. Now I just refreshed the screen on my other computer, 193. Okay. So he has the potential of generating $200 a month times the 193 that he's referred, and he hasn't even gotten started. I don't think he's done any advertising or anything like that. He just went to his list. Okay. Did you see the value of the list? You see the power of the list? That's one of the big things we're going to talk about. Even though people can make money without marketing, we're still going to be sharing with folks. You want to build a list. You want to build a bond with that list so you can monetize that list. Because if you really get what we're sharing with our audience, this isn't just about THW Global. This is a great door opener to get people into your funnel, a great door opener to get people listening to you, a great door opener to get people making money. Because if you can get people making money, they will then be attentive to the rest of your marketing message. And remember, there's a 10 level, unilevel. Okay, that means you can go as wide as you want. You can personally enroll 193 like my buddy. All right. And then all of those folks that he enrolled are on his first level. So now any of those 193 that refer anyone, those folks that the 193 refer will be on his second level. So in time, his second level could be thousands of people. His third level could be thousands, tens of thousands. That can happen for you. Our game plan is going to be to get you to where you personally enroll at least 100. And you might be saying, well, how the heck am I going to do that? Because if you follow what we're going to share about using your personal income from your personal viewing as seed money for tools and resources, things like a capture page creator, being able to have a capture page, things like your autoresponder, so you've got an autoresponder, things like our mobile marketing system once that's ready to launch. So you've got your tools in place to help you build your business, and then marketing for paid traffic. You don't want to rely on just organic traffic. You don't want to rely on so-called free traffic, because that is not scalable. What you want to be able to do is go to a source. Well, maybe it's pay-per-click marketing. Maybe it's a solo ads. Maybe it's banner marketing. Maybe it's Facebook. Maybe it's Twitter marketing. Okay, you want to be able to pay to get eyeballs to your offer. You want to be able to know that you can get 500 people looking at your site or 1,000 people looking at your site. Now, what we will develop for our audience, well, it just, I don't know what THW Global is going to have for a web page, but I know it won't be what we'll use. We'll be using a funnel system. We'll be bringing a lot of value to the marketplace, so that when people register with you, they're not just registering with you, as a freebie, and they may or may not view any content. If they will go through the information that we will have, the funnel-based training and presentation material that we will have, they will want to commit to 10 hours a week. All right. And that is going to give the maximum income for our following. All right. So I wanted to do this, training with you. It still might be crap. But I like what they're saying. and it could be gold. It could be gold. And if it's gold, we're going to be there first. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. And for our fathers out there, fathers typically don't get enough kudos. So happy Father's Day for our fathers out there. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours. We'll have a live webinar on THW Global next Thursday. We'll have a live webinar on our mobile internet blueprint on this coming Tuesday. We love each and every one of you. Let's change the world together, starting with yours.